Hey guys, my name is Robert Whittier. I run Coach's Royal Reptiles. I've been breeding and keeping ball pythons for about 10 years now. I've been breeding for about 6 years. I also keep a small group of bull snakes that I plan on starting to breed hopefully in the next year or so. Like I said, I've been in this for about 10 years. My collection, I got about, this is obviously, this rack here is holding most of my breeder females. Um, and I keep her anywhere around 40 to 50 breeder females, maybe 40 breeder females and about 20 to 25 breeder males. I have just hatched my most incredible clutch to date, and I thought, you know what, it's time. It's time for me to start spending a little bit more time, trying to toot my own horn and blow my own whistle and kind of market myself here a little bit in the community, in the reptile community, the ball python breeding community. I am in Chandler, Arizona. Love Arizona. I love the reptile scene here in Arizona, and we're just have a great group of people out here breeding ball pythons and other reptiles as well. It's just a great community. So this, I've got a couple other videos on my YouTube channel. I'm going to start trying to be more, be consistent at all with putting out content. I've had kind of a life change and adjustment that now I'm going to try to really spend time marketing and letting people know what I've got for sale before I just kind of wholesaled most of the stuff and then kind of sold everything locally. Now, like I said, I'm going to try to get my YouTube channel going. I have a Facebook page under Coach's Royal Reptiles. I also have my Facebook and my Instagram under my personal name, Robert Whittier, Whittier. On my Instagram page is basically all snakes. I pretty much use Instagram for my ball python deal here, and I'm just really excited to really start getting out there and try to put myself out there and see what I can do. See if I can. Obviously, I want to try to help move my surplus animals a little quicker, a little easier, a little more efficiently, and so hopefully this is what this platform will help me do as well. But if you have any questions or comments, please subscribe, just so you can follow along with what I'm doing here in Chandler, Arizona. Anybody that else out there who's got a YouTube channel that is also breeding ball pythons, hey man, leave your name and channel below. I would like to go and subscribe. I want to support everybody that's out there. It also helps me, give me any type of inspiration for any type of pairings or new things or new projects that I want to try. I love the ball python community. I know we kind of get snickered at and pointed at a little bit sometimes, but we're reptile enthusiasts just as much as the others. We just, really, I'm probably one of the few ball python breeders that really my favorite species of snake is the ball python. If I could pick what I wanted to keep in reptile and my dream animal is a ball python with the genetics and the traits that I see in my head and I'm trying to create. So, I'll show you around. I'm going to show you around my room at some point. I'm going to show you the type of animals I have and what type of projects I'm working on. But this first video, we're really going to look at this first clutch. This clutch that I did, my best clutch to date in 6 years. I put a pastel chocolate head hypo to a hypo chocolate pastave. The hypo chocolate pastave is the pastel chocolate's son from her first clutch. This is her second clutch that I've gotten from her, and it is amazing. So hypo's really hot right now. Chocolate's very hot right now. This is just a great hits the mark right here. The only problem is I probably only going to sell maybe 2 of these animals, maybe 3. So everything in the clutch is right down my alley and projects that I'm working for, and I could probably use all 6 of these animals in my projects going forward. So I'm very excited, as you can tell, about this clutch, and I just can't wait to show it to you. So let's get going. Okay, so let's get started with this first animal. The first animal is a chocolate, single gene chocolate, 100% het hypo, and just a really clean, good-looking chocolate. As you can see, chocolate, when we're looking at a single gene chocolate, chocolate likes to teardrop the alien heads. Really squeeze them and make them narrow. As you can see here on the back, on the other side, really squeeze and make, and she's talking to me, and she really, really teardrop that pattern. Really make it thin, busy. I don't know if it's busy, but it's very narrow. The width from here to here, right, side to side of the alien head is narrow. See if she'll. God darn it. Well, we'll use her hide. See if she'll go on her hide. So just kind of calm her down. Sometimes you just put something with them that they know and are used to. They'll use it. And I just get these for my babies at the dollar store. They're little like sand buckets. You get 3 of them for $1. You cut them in half long ways, and that's what you got, 2 baby hides. So there she is, single gene chocolate, 100% het hypo. This is probably one that I will be letting go because I still have mom, who's a pastel chocolate, het hypo, and that'll take us to our next animal. So that's the first animal. So then you're just going to step up one. Step up one more gene with the next animal. And again, remember the chocolate teardrops, what I call teardrop. It's a reverse teardrop, really. It looks like it's dropping up the snake, not down the snake. So this is pastel chocolate. Pastel chocolate, 100% het hypo. You can see here how it's really teardropping and making the alien heads very narrow. That's just a single gene pastel. Actually, it's a 2 gene pastel chocolate, 100% het hypo. With the chocolate, pastel chocolates, they really show the blushing. See in the dorsal here and here. Just a very pretty snake, very easy pastel chocolate. And this is basically mom to this entire clutch. And this clutch is, as you're gonna see, it's just amazing. So we'll get going on to the next snake. So remembering that this pairing was pastel chocolate het hypo to hypo chocolate pastave, or pastel chocolate mojave. Okay, so now the rest of the clutch, the other 4 animals, I believe, are all hypos. Remember, the Punnett Square odds say that half of these animals should have come out visual hypo. This is just shy of being dad by 1 gene. This is hypo. I believe it's hypo. I've taken a shed from it. The shed was clear, no pattern, nothing. It's a clear shed. That's her. That's the shed from this animal. It's clear, white, no pattern showing on it. So I suspect, and based on the head, I believe it is hypo. The key in this pairing, or in these combos, you're gonna see, back when I started this 10 years ago, one of the best combos, and remember, we're talking, this is when the bumblebee was around, right? The bumblebee was the best thing you could do out there. It was you know, that's, if you ask people that have been in the hobby as long as I have, most of them, the reason they're breeding ball pythons is because of the bumblebee. So this is, you remember back in the day, they used to call it a pog. It was a pastel orange ghost, just a hypo pastel, right? And so what I'm going to show you here is pastel. Pastel is key to this combo, absolutely key. So you have that last snake, there's no pastel in it. It's just a hypo chocolate Mojave. Now this is a carbon copy of Dad. This is a hypo chocolate pastave. The only thing you add to this snake that the other snake didn't have is pastel. And look at the difference. Look at the difference. I mean, that is just freaking amazing. And this is Dad. I have this combo in a proven breeder adult animal. So, like I said, pastel is a must in this breeding, these combos. This is hypo chocolate pastave. Okay, so now we're going to step it up again. We're going to put another layer on it. As I like to say, put another layer on it. Oh, and damn it, he's in shed. You can't really see it as good because he's deep in, he or she, I don't know yet, but she is deep in shed. This is hypo chocolate Mojave. I'm sorry, go back. This is hypo super chocolate Mojave. So this is a double homozygous. And he wants to take a shot at me, boy. These babies have been so nippy. So I'll just use my hook. And like I said, this snake doesn't look like this normally. This snake is dead, way in shed. And again, one of his shed is right there. Clear, white shed. And so that is hypo super chocolate Mojave. And we know it's Mojave because of the dorsal markings. If we go back and we show you the chocolate and the pastel chocolate, they don't have this stripy dorsal markings. And so we're going to go up one more time. So that one is a double homozygous, meaning it's homozygous hypo, so it's visually hypomelanistic, and it's a homozygous chocolate, meaning it's the super form of the chocolate. Now I'm going to show you a triple homozygous animal. Okay, so this is the all gene animal. This is all you could do. This is the best, the most powered genetics that you could possibly do in this. It's the all gene animal, and it's friggin' amazing. So before I put it out in front of you, this is what we're working with here. This is a triple homozygous animal. It is visual hypo. It is super form of pastel, super form of chocolate, and it has Mojave. So it's a hypo, super pastel, super chocolate Mojave, and it is amazing. And she likes to bite. I believe it is a female. And there she is. There she is. So this is, again, now if you look at the last animal, the way I know that it is a super pastel is because if you look at the eye stripes, and it's right on point. It wants to tag me. But this, again, the eye stripes are very faint. Remember, I have the single or the het version of Super Pastel in the other baby. That one is a hypo. It's only single homozygous because it's a pastel or a hypo pastel chocolate Mojave. This has got two super incomplete dominant genes. This is super pastel, super chocolate with Mojave. Again, you can tell the Mojave because of the dorsal striping. Mojave is doing that to this animal, not chocolate. Chocolate would not put a dorsal stripe on that animal like that. But this animal is eating great. It's eating jumbo mice right now or rat pups, either or, frozen thawed. And it was started on its first meal was frozen thawed. So it's a great eater, doing great, growing fast. Let's just piss it off one more time. And now it's hissing at me. And now it's running. Come on, baby. So what we'll do is we'll use her hide again. And again, it's something familiar, something the snake can go in and feel comfortable. So I have popped this animal and I don't see hemipenes. And if you look at that tail, it looks female, and her attitude says she's a female. The super chocolate, I have the regular chocolate animal, and it's just, you can just tell that we're stepping up here again. Again, this is hypo, super pastel. Super. All right, guys, that's about it for this one. What do you think, man? That clutch is amazing. We've got everything in there from, a single gene, 100% het hypos to double gene, 100% het hypos, and then we got 4 visual hypos in the clutch, one more than we should have gotten. And we've got 2 with pastel, 2 hypos with pastel, 2 hypos without pastel. And I think you can really see that in this breeding, in this combination, in this breeding, a pastel chocolate het hypo to a hypo chocolate pastave, we did get the all gene animal and a pretty nice spread in between. Got 2 super chocolates, got a super pastel and a super chocolate. And one of those super chocolates, it's just an amazing clutch. I was completely blown away by the clutch, and like I said, I was so moved by the clutch that I figured that it's time, and this is a good kickoff to showing what I'm doing with my ball python breeding hobby here. Again, I would call myself a hobbyist, not really a business. I'm a small scale. I'm really looking to make like 5 to 10 clutches a year. And probably going to step that up. Now, like I said, I had a really significant life adjustment here in my life, and I just really want to do what I can now with my hobby. So I really hope you enjoyed that clutch. If you're interested in any of those babies, like I said, I'm probably going to hold back 3 or 4 of them. But if any of them, if you're interested in any of them and you want to make me an offer, I'll listen to all offers. But those hypos, I've been really trying to get myself some visual hypos to work with. And I got 4 there. I'm going to keep at least 2, maybe 3 of those visual hypos to work with down the road. So that's it for me. Look for the next one. My next video is going to be a video of available animals that I have up for sale currently. So that'll be the next video. The video after that one, I'm planning on doing a room tour, kind of show you what equipment I'm working with and the caging, because I've kept ball pythons in every type of cage you could imagine, from 10-gallon tanks to 3 or 4 foot visions or animal plastic cages to racks, obviously, and you can do it. You can be successful with ball pythons in just about any enclosure that you use, as long as we get the husbandry's parameters pretty close, and those parameters are temperature and humidity. If we can get a temperature and humidity close, ball pythons are very forgiving. I think they're a great species for the reptile hobby. I think they're a great species to get new people into the hobby, and get them to start growing within the hobby. So, anybody that poo-poos or looks negatively at the ball python, just remember, that ball python customer in 3 or 4 or 5 years, is going to be looking for something probably more advanced than a ball python. So, like I've always said to people in the reptile industry, the ball python is an excellent entry animal into the hobby. And for that reason, I think we owe the ball python a huge amount of respect and a huge amount of thank you, and just thankful for the ball python that what it has done to our hobby and the way it has exploded this hobby like never before. Again, I appreciate you watching the video. I really hope you'll subscribe. Just wanted to let you know I kind of cut off the description of the animal, but I said it enough. I'm so excited about that animal. That darn thing is amazing. That Hypo Super Pastel Super Chocolate Mojave. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. And you'll hear back from me soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.